All right, let's check and see. Looks like, come on, I'm waiting for it to show up. There it goes. Okay, it's there. We are supposedly live. Well, we'll see how this goes. At least I started it correctly. Unlike the last time where I went rambling for 11 minutes before I bothered to, oh, I have to hit the go live button. So apparently the auto start works fine. Okay. Anyway, very simple thing we're going to do. I've got this little HP here in front of me, which I will show you here in just a moment. There we go. So I got this little HP here in front of me. It's a 13-inch. It's kind of small. I got it from, quite frankly, a little old lady who I consulted with replacing this laptop with something new. So she has her new PC, and I helped her set it up, and it's all good, and all the data is transferred, so we're good. And I was looking at it, and I said, well, we've got another 2 years before this is essentially obsolete, really. It's not going to support Windows 11. The drive's a little small. It's 128 gigabyte SATA, not a SATA, I'm sorry, an M2 SATA, M2 SATA. So I figured, well, I'll replace the drive. The battery is shot. The moment you unplug this thing, it'll shut itself right off. When you go to restart it again, it complains about the batteries and is basically shot. So I'm going to replace the battery. I'm going to put in a 512 gigabyte SATA M.2 drive into it. And well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Macro Reflect to take an image of the drive before I do anything else, and I'll do that here. Now you won't be able to really see it, but I've got my little C920 here, which I will put in front of the screen, and you can at least watch the process. So I'll do a backup. We'll shut it all down. We'll open it up. Pull out the battery. We'll pull out the drive. Put the larger drive in. Put the battery in, and then, assuming everything goes correctly, do a restore from the image. So that's what we're going to do here. So first thing I want to do is I want to get this shut down, number one. So let me put myself back on the screen. So I'm going to shut this thing down, and I'm going to boot it off of a USB flash drive, which is right here. Has Macro Reflect on it. I'm going to take this little 2.5-inch SATA on the USB, plug it in. We're going to do the backup on it. Then I'm going to, as like I said, I'm going to open it up. So let me get this thing shut down first of all, and we'll go from there. All right, let's do this. Actually, I think all we need to do is do a restart. I'll plug that in. Get this out of the way. Let's see if I can get the 920 to show up here. Okay, let me hit the escape key on this, because I want to get into, yeah, there's the battery warning. So give me a moment here, folks. I'm going to get the 920 up here. Okay, here we go. So that's, all right, so I got it set up, and we're going to go here. Okay, so there we go. So we've got it set up here. We're just going to do the F9 for boot options, which we're going to do the thumb drive. I'm going to plug in the USB drive that we're going to do the backup to. And let me see here. I want to put myself on the screen here so I can do this without too much trouble. Of course, no, of course it will not help me. There we go. I'm going to put that there. Yeah, okay. So anyway, we're just going to wait for this for a few moments. It's going to take a little bit. But yeah, we're going to get this taken care of. Let me see where I have. Okay, there we go. So we've got our Mac and Reflect here. I'll apologize for the poor image quality. Unfortunately, it is a little bit washed out. But as soon as this is up and running, we're going to do back. This shouldn't take long. There's not much on here. I wiped the drive originally and put just a fresh copy of Windows 10 Home on it. I installed a couple little things on it, and the image is not that very big, so we're not going to have any trouble here. Let me see if I can get this exposure a little more advantageous here. So just bear with me a second here. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can get this exposure to cooperate here. Let's go here. And let's see if we can get this knocked down a little bit here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's knocked down a little bit. So all we're really going to do is we're going to do a backup. And we need to select the disks that we need. We don't need this. That's the that's the USB drive. And we don't need that one. So we don't need those two. I'm sorry, this one here is the external drive. This one is the USB drive. We don't need to be backing up either one of them. Now it's going to ask us where we want to put it. So we're going to go down here, and it should give me the option here. Yes, right here. That's our external 2.5-inch SATA drive. We're going to hit that. We're going to give it a file name, which essentially all I'm really going to do is put in HP 13. And then we're just going to go next and finish. So we've got that going on. So while that's going on, I'm going to put this in a corner here for a second. Turn off that. Put that there. Put that there. Turn off that. There we go. Come on, little camera. There we go. I need to put that up there. There we go. All right, so I lost it. Where did it go? Where did it go? The 920. Okay, 920 is up in the corner. How did I manage to do that? Okay. All right. Hang on a second, guys. I'm sorry. Hang on. I told you I would screw this up. I told you I would. So there we go. All right. So I got myself in the corner, which is where I belong anyway. Just ask my wife. Doghouse, really, but that's another subject. So we're just going to let this run. It's not going to run very long. You may or may not be able to see on the screen here. It says it's going to take a whole 3 minutes to do this. So yeah, it's not a very big image. While we're waiting on this, if anybody has anything they want to talk about or ask me about, we can certainly go ahead and do that. But this should not take very long. All right, let me look through the chat here real quick. Tony, nice to see you as always. You always support the channel. I really appreciate that. Every time I see something, your continued support is very, very much appreciated. Ada's there, or Ida's there. Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake. I corrected myself. Let's see, Rick Lakes is there. Let's see, RM is there. Mortant is there. Hey guys, how is everything going tonight? Where are we at here? Stealth mode. There, I see that. There's Greg Guys there. And Laird. We got quite a few in here today. That's encouraging. That's very encouraging. Let's see what the little thing says. Now, 10 concurrent viewers. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. For 7 o'clock at night on a Saturday. Yeah, that's not too bad. So, like I said, it's not going to take long. It's going to seem very long, but it's not going to take that long. And while that's going on, I need to look at the, let me see here. This is, okay. I just want to real quick look at, yeah, I want to get this set up. Come over here and get the camera set up here for the overhead. There we go. Intermute. Oh, hello there. And Ken Stout is here. Alrighty. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Frankie B, hello. And this is, I think that's it. I think we're done. So we're going to close that. And we have our image, which is good. So that's not a problem. So we're going to get out of here. And now I'm going to go and take out this one. And there we go. We got that one there. All right. So we've got our image here. So we don't have to worry about that. Let me take me out of there for the moment. Let's get this camera out of the way. Let's unplug all the cabling. All right. Now this is going to be pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot to do with this. There's one screw missing. Let me see if I can I bring this down a little bit more? Okay, bring it down a little bit more. Okay. All right, so let's get this thing opened up. Let's see, we've got this one here. This one here. So we got 4 along the back. And there's actually 3 in the middle, but 2 of them are missing. Or no, 1 of them is missing, so let's get that one. Let's get this one. Okay, and we've got, looks like 2 up here in the front. That one there. That one there. Okay, well, let's see if I can, just wants to move. Okay, something's still holding it down. I'll bet you there's screws right under here. Willing to bet. Let's see. Yes, there is a screw under here. So there's that one. Now let's see. Yep, and there's a screw under this one too. So we get that one out. Okay. Now it should come right out. Yep, there we go. Alrighty. So here's our battery right here. There's our SSD right there. It looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 screws it looks like. I think that's what it looks like. Take out these fat boys here first. Sorry if my arm is getting in the way, but not much I can do about it. Okay, got this one here. This one down here. This one over here. Let me just make sure that the string is still okay. Yes, it's still okay. Good. Alrighty, and this one over here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so now I got to get the connector out. That could be interesting all by itself, depending. Try, see if I can get this out of here. All right, let's try it this way. Sometimes you can actually just pull on it and it'll come out. Yep, there it goes. All right, so that's the old battery. That sucker is shot to hell. There's nothing left of it. So there's our new battery. Now, before we put the battery in, I actually need to get the drive out first, because if I put the battery back in, actually, or maybe if I don't, no, I don't have to. Okay, good. I think, yeah, that screw's holding that down, so I actually don't have to. So I can put this right back in. So that's good. Okay. So I am going to wait until I've got the drive replaced before I plug that back in. So let me get all the screws in at least. So let's see, there was that one fat guy up here. And there was another one. It's not sitting quite right. Hang on. Yeah. Hang on. I probably have something misaligned. Hang on. Alrighty. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. All right. We got it. It's fine. It's fine. You just need to hold that down. That one. There's that one. Come on. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. All right. Okay. Everybody's sitting. Everybody's sitting. Okay. Do I have enough room to do this? Actually, you know what? I don't have enough room to do that. There's not enough room. I'm still going to have to leave the battery out. It'll have to get connected after everything else, and then I can put all the screws back in. So, all right. Well, at least I learned that lesson before I put all the screws back in. So, okay. So we'll leave you out for the moment because I don't want any possible power up to happen while I'm messing with the SSD. So, looks like one screw. Yeah, one screw, that bracket comes out. There's the drive. Struggle getting around the Wi-Fi wires are kind of in the way here, so see if I can get that to move. There we go. Okay, so there we go. There's our 128 SSD. It is an M.2 configuration, but it is SATA, not NVMe, and an NVMe does not fit in here. So we're going to put in this guy here, team group. So let's get the package opened up here. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. So we're going to get this guy into here. There we go. Get these wires out of the way again. There we go. All right, that's better. Make sure that's in there. Feels like it's in there. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's in there. All right, so we'll put the battery in and go from there. So we'll get this plugged in over here, which is sometimes a challenge. It is such a small connector. And sometimes it doesn't want to lay the correct way. All right, let's try that again. Nope. Did not go in correctly. Yeah, it's just, there we go. It's not cooperating quite right, but there we go. There it goes. Now it's in. All right, let's get this bad boy done. Let's get that in there. Sure all of our wires are tucked away where they need to be. Let's see here. Always so much fun to do this. I think that's in there. Double check here. Make sure that's in the channel. Yeah, it's in there. Okay, it's fine. All right. So once again, let's put the battery in, tie down. Okay, so that one's, all right, that's down. That one's down. And that one there. And this one, there we go, lined up. There. Okay, that's that one. That's that one. Okay, so that's in, all that's in. Okay, looks like everything is sitting more or less where it needs to be. If I run into any trouble getting the lid on, I know that I've messed up something, but I think we're good. Okay, so let's get the lid back on. let's get these in. And okay, so that's there. All right. Yeah, I think. Yeah, looks like we're okay. Now, should not be any trouble from this point. Make sure that everything's down. There we go. Okay, that one's down. And that one's down. I got the 4 in the back I have to do. Now the interesting part will be, will it power up at all, at least even momentarily, with the battery I just replaced? My guess is it probably will, but it will probably not stay that way for long. Okay. All right, so let's see. Will it power on at all? Let me move this over here. Up, it lit up. The button lit up. There we go. So we got system diagnostics, hard disk, blah blah blah. Please install an operating system. So okay, so we're good there. All right, so I am going to plug in the AC adapter because I'm going to need that. And let's see. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we've got AC plugged in. We're good. That's the old drive. I'll probably wind up I'll either destroy it or do something else with it. All right, now comes the fun part. The fun part is going to be, we're going to stick that in there, and we're going to stick that external drive here, and I'm going to power it off, get the C920 back up on the screen so you guys can see this. Let me get the right angle here. Okay, so there's the C120. Okay, we're there. Now, there's no operating system on the thing, so it should boot immediately to the flash drive. We're going to see if that actually happens. So we're going to turn it on. Flash drive is blinking. So far, so good. Let's see if we can get that there. Let's see if I can put myself. Okay, there we go. I'm back in the corner where I belong. It certainly is thinking about it. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so if I get this right on the first shot, he says, oh my, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Anyway, let me get into here. Let me make this a little bit better for me to see. Okay, put that on my second monitor so I can see what I'm a little bit larger. There we go. Looks like it's a little bit out of focus. Let me see here. No, it says the autofocus is engaged, so it should be okay. It's probably just being a little fussy at the moment. Okay, hopefully that should take care of that bit of fussiness. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into here now. Let me just double check and make sure that the stream is showing the right thing. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, so we're going to go in and we're going to do a restore. Okay, now let's see. This I've not played with too much, so I'm a little rusty on macro and reflect. And I've probably deployed to new hardware, I'm guessing. But I could be wrong. No, it's not available in this image. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's refresh here. Okay. Open image or backup. Let's do this. No. Okay. I'm a little I've not had a lot of experience with doing this. So let's see. Let's browse for an image file. There we go. Browse for an image file. There we go. Alrighty. So it wants to look at that one. That's interesting. There's our 13 image. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm looking for, I'm going to restore the selected file, but I'm not sure it tells me where it's going to restore it to. So, all right, guys, this is the part where I'm probably going to need a little help here. Let's see. All right, let's see. Trying to remember how to do this. So I got the image file. I got to figure out where to put it because it's not showing me the other drive. That's a problem. Unless it's not recognizing. That's the image file right there. But restore it to where? Where is it going to restore it to? That's the question. It's not showing me the disk. Yeah, it's not showing me the disk. All right, so apparently I must not have the drive in correctly, or it's not being recognized for some reason. All right. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do here. Doesn't look like the drive's being recognized. So we may have to go in and take a look at the BIOS and see what's going on here. Okay, let's go into the BIOS setup.